Welcome to Africa Unveiled. Ayinla, the legendary tales.
You shouldn't have called me back. I wasn't finished.
The clock ticks loudly. The air smells of kerosene and grief. Ezinne sweeps the floor slowly, eyes red from tears that have not fully dried. Mummy hums to him from the kitchen, the same one she sang at the funeral. Chike, sitting cross-legged by the TV, polishes his worn-out school shoes. Then a sound. A car engine stops outside. Asterisk. Keys jingle. Footsteps approach. Ezinne freezes. The broom slips from her hand, clattering to the floor. The front door creaks open. Standing there is the impossible. Daddy. His shadow spills into the room as he steps in, calm, familiar, alive. He places his car key gently on the center table and says, "Oh, Ezinne, why is my food not ready?" For a full 10 seconds, nobody breathes. Mummy turns slowly, half-tied wrapper around her waist, wooden spoon in hand. Her eyes widen, lips trembling. Chike looks up, blinking twice. "Oh, Daddy," he whispers. The man looks exactly like him. The same broad shoulders, the old scar on his cheek, even the same wristwatch. Only now, there's a fresh cut under his right eye and a strange black digital watch on his other wrist, blinking faintly, like the glow of a phone screen. Mummy screams. Her body collapses to the floor. Ezinne doesn't move. She can't. The air feels heavy, like the walls themselves are watching. The man sighs softly and says,
"Is there no food in this house again?"
His tone is tired, not threatening, just wrong. He adjusts the dusty curtain and looks around like nothing ever happened. Then he sits in his old chair, the same one they pushed aside after condolence visits. "Oh, Daddy," Ezinne finally whispers, voice shaking.
"Daddy, we buried you."
I know.
"I know." The words cut through her chest. A shiver crawls through her skin. From the kitchen, Mummy begins to murmur prayers, voice shaking, words jumbled. Outside, a sound, the familiar hum of an engine. Ezinne walks to the window and peeks through the curtain. There is Daddy's black Toyota Camry, the same one wrecked in the accident. Now sitting in the compound, engine still running. She turns back slowly. Daddy is there, in his chair, eyes half closed, humming the same church hymn asterisk from his funeral day. Mummy starts shouting again, crying, begging, "Charles, go back. In the name of Jesus, go back." He doesn't respond. He just keeps humming, the light on his black watch blinking rhythmically like a heartbeat. Ezinne's heart pounds as she whispers to herself, "Whatever this is, it's not over." Kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thanks. Episode 2. The Hunger, from the series My Dead Father Who Came Back for Dinner. The light bulb flickers above the table, throwing long, tired shadows. Daddy is still in his chair, calm, eyes half shut, like someone who just came home from work, not from the grave. Mummy stands by the corner, wrapper tight around her chest, whispering verses under her breath. Ezinne paces slowly, unsure whether to cry or scream. Chike leans against the wall, clutching his school shoe to his chest. Then the silence breaks. "Ezinne," Daddy says softly, "bring me food." His voice is the same, calm, fatherly, but heavier, almost echoing. Nobody moves. "Ezinne," Mummy says quietly, "go and give him food before he talks nonsense again." Ezinne looks at her mother, confused. Just minutes ago, she was calling on heaven to cast him out. Now, fear has turned her soft. Ezinne walks to the kitchen. Her hands tremble as she opens a pot. Yesterday's jollof rice. Cold, stiff. She warms it quickly, spoon shaking as she serves. When she returns, Daddy's eyes follow her every step. He takes the plate slowly. Then he eats, and keeps eating. His spoon moves fast, too fast, rice spilling, hands trembling slightly. He doesn't look up, doesn't chew slowly. He eats like a man starved for centuries. Ezinne watches him, terrified. Something about the way his throat moves looks wrong, unnatural. When the plate empties, he licks a spoon, looks up, and asks calmly, "Any meat?" Mummy flinches. No one answers. He drops the spoon, leans back, and smiles faintly. "It's been a long journey," he says. "The food here, it tastes different." The blinking black watch on his wrist flashes once. Bright blue. Chike gasps. Ezinne looks closer. The time on the watch doesn't move. It only flashes the same word repeatedly. Cross. She whispers, "Daddy, what's that on your wrist?" He looks at it and chuckles quietly. "A gift from where I was." The air turns cold. Ezinne's skin prickles. From outside, the car engine coughs once, though no one touched it. Daddy stands, stretches, and looks at them one by one. "What day is today?" "Tuesday." Ezinne answers, voice low. He nods slowly. "Good. That means they've crossed already." "Who?" she asks. But he doesn't reply. He walks toward the bathroom, under the dim light. His shadow doesn't move properly. Shorter, stiff, lagging behind his steps like it's not his own. Mummy grabs Ezinne's arm. "That man is not your father," she whispers, voice trembling. "Your father is resting. This one came from somewhere else." Ezinne opens her mouth to speak, but the sound of flushing water echoes from the bathroom. Moments later, Daddy returns, wiping his hands. He looks at them and says calmly, "Don't worry yourselves. Everything will be clear soon." Then he walks into his old bedroom and locks the door from inside. The room falls silent again. Chike refuses to move. Mummy starts praying quietly, her voice breaking every few seconds. Ezinne sits by the window, staring at the car outside. Her phone buzzes suddenly. Unknown number. One message. "Don't tell anyone he's back. We're coming for him." The phone slips from her hand. She looks at the locked bedroom door, light still glowing underneath. Daddy's humming begins again, low and distant, like a voice from a tunnel. Ezinne whispers to herself, trembling, "What do we bring back?" Kindly subscribe, like, and share. Episode 3, The Watch, from the series, My Dead Father Who Came Back for Dinner. The house feels different tonight. The ceiling fan turns slowly, squeaking like it's protesting the silence. Ezinne sits on the couch, her phone in her hand, reading the strange message again. "Don't tell anyone he's back. We're coming for him." She has read it a dozen times. It still doesn't make sense. From her father's room, there's a low, rhythmic humming, that same church hymn. The tune that once meant peace now fills the house with dread. Mummy hasn't slept. She kneels beside her bed, praying in broken whispers. Chike lies beside her, eyes open, listening. Ezinne tiptoeing toward her father's room. She pauses outside his door. The light is still on. She presses her ear against the wood. Voices. 2 of them. One is her father's, calm and deep. The other, distorted, whispering in a language she can't recognize. She steps back, heartbeat racing. Suddenly, the voice has stopped. The door creaks open halfway by itself. Ezinne holds her breath. Inside, the room smells of petrol and candle smoke. On the table lies her father's old Bible, open, but the pages are blank. Beside it, the black blinking watch pulses faintly. Her father is nowhere in sight, only his clothes neatly folded on the bed. Curiosity overwhelms fear. She steps inside, picks up the watch. It's heavier than it looks. When she touches it, the screen flashes once. Cross 01. Then everything goes dark. Flash. She sees visions. A dark road stretching endlessly into fog. A man in white walking away from a burning car. Dozens of faces, pale and hollow, watching from the roadside. Her father turning back, whispering, "Don't follow me." She screams, drops the watch. The lights flicker back. Her father stands by the doorway, wearing the same shirt he was buried in. "Ezinne," he says quietly, "you shouldn't have done that." His eyes are calm, but behind him, something else moves. "What's that thing?" she stammers. "It's what brought me back," he replies. "Why?" "Because I wasn't finished." He walks past her, picks up the watch, and straps it back onto his wrist. The blinking resumes, steady, deliberate like a heartbeat. He looks at her again. They will come soon. When they do, don't let them touch this. He taps the watch. Who are they? She asks. The ones who helped me cross. Before she can say another word, the light bulb above them bursts with sharp pop. The room goes dark. From the hallway, Mummy's voice screams. Ezinne, he's not your father. Ezinne stumbles backward into the corridor, gasping. The door slams shut behind her. Bang. Through the crack under the door, a faint blue light seeps out, pulsing like a living thing. Then she hears her father's voice again, whispering through the wood. Tell your mother it's her turn next. Episode 4, The Grave Disturbed. From the series, My Dead Father Who Came Back for Dinner. The moon hides behind thick clouds. Crickets cry. The air smells of damp soil and fear. Ezinne stands by the window, unable to sleep. Her father's room is silent now, the light still glowing faintly underneath the door. Mummy has stopped praying, and now sits motionless in a chair, eyes fixed on nothing. Chaik lies on the couch, clutching a pillow, his small frame trembling with every sound. Suddenly, a soft thud echoes from outside. Ezinne's head jerks toward the window. The gate creaks slowly. No one should be there. She grabs a small torch, slips on her slippers, and steps out into the cold night. The compound is still. The black Toyota Camry sits by the corner, faint smoke rising from its exhaust, as if someone just switched it off. She shines her torch on the car. The number plate reads. Her heart skips. She moves closer. Her reflection ripples faintly on the car window, distorted like water. Inside, on the back seat, something glows faintly, a small symbol carved into the leather. It looks like a cross wrapped in chains. Ezinne steps back, breathing fast. Then she notices something behind the house. The ground near the banana tree looks disturbed. Her torchlight trembles as she walks toward it. The soil is freshly dug, damp, uneven. The flowers they had planted after the burial are pushed aside. She kneels down, touches the soil. It's soft, still warm. She lifts her hand. Brown mud stains her fingers. Her mind screams to run, but her feet stay rooted. Her father's grave has been opened and closed again. The sound of soft footsteps makes her spin around. It's Mummy, holding a kerosene lantern, face pale, wrapper half loose. Ezinne, her voice cracks. Don't touch it. Ezinne points at the grave, voice shaking. Mummy, somebody dug it open. Mummy's lips tremble. He did. What? I saw him from the window. He came out here 2 nights ago, barefoot, digging like a madman. I wanted to stop him, but... She trails off, eyes filling with tears. But what, Mummy? When I called his name, he turned around, and it wasn't your father's face anymore. The wind stirs, carrying the faint smell of petrol. Somewhere in the compound, the car engine coughs, vroom vroom, and goes silent again. Ezinne's torch flickers. Something glints in the dirt, half-buried metal. She digs it out carefully. It's another black wristwatch, identical to her father's. The screen is cracked, but it still blinks faintly. Cross 02. Mummy, Ezinne whispers. There's another one. Mummy takes a step back, shaking her head. No, this is not ordinary. Those things belong to the people he worked for. Which people? The ones who made him promise he'd never leave. Before Ezinne can ask more, her phone vibrates in her pocket. She takes it out. Unknown number. She answers, voice trembling. Who is this? A man's voice, low and steady, replies. You shouldn't have touched the grave. Who are you? We told you were coming for him. Now you've made it harder. The call ends. Ezinne drops the phone, staring into the darkness. A faint sound of humming comes from behind the house. Her father's voice. Ezinne, come inside. It's cold out there. She turns slowly. He's standing by the doorway, eyes glowing faintly under the lantern light. His white shirt looks cleaner than ever, pressed spotless, but his feet are covered in fresh mud. Why were you at the grave? She whispers. He smiles gently, just making sure the gate stays closed. What gate? The one between here and there. He raises his wrist. The watch flashes again. Cross 01. The light reflects off his face. And for a second, Ezinne swears she sees two faces overlapping, one human, one shadow. Mummy screams his name and faints. The lantern dropping, glass shattering. Everything goes black. Only the faint, rhythmic blinking of two watches remains. One from his wrist, one from the dirt. Kindly subscribe, like, and share. To Hanks. Watch out to the next episode on the series, My Dead Father Who Came Back for Dinner.